This is Brandy with Campers and Campfires. Welcome to our review of FDR State Park. In this video, we will be reviewing the campground and the surrounding area, including things to do and places to eat. The video will include portions of a walkthrough of the campground, but it does not include the entire campground. If you would like to see our video tour of the campground, where we provide a clear view of each site, please click the link above. There is also a link to the video in the description below, as well as a link to our website, campersandcampfires.com. FDR State Park is the largest state park in Georgia and one of our very favorites. After President Roosevelt contracted polio as a young man, he discovered that the warm springs of Middle Georgia gave him great relief. He eventually built a house near the springs, called the Little White House, and spent most of his time in the area. FDR passed away at his Little White House in 1945, but not before spending over 20 years in his healing paradise. The house is now a Georgia State Historic Site, while the state park is one of the most visited in the Georgia State Park system. FDR State Park is nestled between the towns of Pine Mountain and Warm Springs. The park was created in 1934 by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and the park holds that character today. The campground includes 115 tent, trailer, and RV campsites, along with 21 cottages. The campground has 5 loops, the 100, 200, 300, 500, and 600 loop. Yes, the 400 loop is missing. I have no clue why. The 600 loop is for tent camping only. On the 100 loop, sites 101 through 114 are full hookup sites. All of the sites in Loop 100 have great views of Lake Delaware. The 100 loop does have less shade than the rest of the campground, though. We have stayed at FDR State Park over a dozen times, and there are such great sites throughout the campground. If you like being on the water, sites 101, 103, and 113 through 16 are our favorites. In the 200 loop, sites 206 is a favorite as it backs up to the water. In the 500 loop, sites 509 and 511 are both large and have lots of shade. The restrooms throughout the state park have been recently renovated. It is our experience that the bathrooms throughout the state park system are clean and well kept. Within driving or hiking distance within the state park, there are some great attractions. My favorite place to sit in is a must each time we visit is Dowdle's Knob. FDR used to go to Dowdle's Knob to eat lunch and ponder big decisions. His personal grill still sits at Dowdle's Knob today. The knob is so beautiful, and to know that so much history happened there makes it very special. Within FDR State Park, there are over 40 miles of hiking with many notable trails, including the Big Poplar and Wolf Den loops. Also within the park is the Liberty Bell Pool. Our family knows that this is my very favorite pool of all time. The pool, like the rest of the park, was constructed by the CCC during the Great Depression and is still fed by cool springs. The architecture is very indicative of the era, and the pool is massive, so there is plenty of room for everyone. While at the park, there are plenty of lakes for fishing and stables with guided horseback rides available. Canoes, kayaks, and john boats are ready to rent when you arrive. If you are camping at the park or staying in a park cottage, cabin, or just lodging close by, you will find many attractions in the area. In Warm Springs, close to the Little White House, you will enjoy the Warm Springs National Fish Hatchery, established in 1899. While in town, it is a gem to stop by and visit. The Roosevelt Polio Pools and Warm Springs are a great place to stop and see where President Roosevelt and so many others found relief from their illnesses. There are also many unique and quaint shops to explore in downtown Warm Springs. In nearby Pine Mountain, be sure to visit the Pine Mountain Animal Safari, where you can have an up-close and personal experience with unique animals. Although you can drive through the safari in your own vehicle, we recommend you rent a vehicle from the safari for the best experience. Pine Mountain also has a vibrant downtown area with many antique stores and boutiques. One of the most famous destinations in Pine Mountain is Callaway Gardens. Started by the Callaway family in the early 1950s, it has been a vacation getaway for families and couples for over 70 years. Plenty of lodging, dining, and pampering services are available at Callaway. Although we usually camp at FDR, we purchase the annual Seasons Pass since it is only an hour and 15 minutes from our home in Atlanta. They have a spectacular winter light show, hot air balloon shows, and great celebrations each holiday. We take our e-bikes to Callaway to ride through the beautiful gardens and countryside on their 10 paved and smooth miles of trails that covers over 2,500 acres. During the summer months, we also visit Callaway to swim at Robbins Beach. Originally built for the Masters water ski tournament in the 1960s, the beach surrounding the natural lake is perfect for days of sand and water. We find that the lake is nice and warm, and we love its sandy bottom. There are ample opportunities for snacks and supplies while visiting. If the great attractions are not enough near FDR State Park, the dining in the area sets it apart as one of the best getaways in the state. In Pine Mountain, you have versatile eats such as foxed-in pizza, a great steak at the Iron Horse, many barbecue options, and some good southern cooking like Eddie Mae's and the Callaway Gardens Country Kitchen. Many unique eats are available, such as the Oyster House and some delicious Jamaican cuisine at Eats on the Corner as well. In Warm Springs, you can find one of my very favorite restaurants in the state, Dinner's Ready by Chad. For a fancier dining experience, you can check out the delicious Bullet House right down the way. FDR State Park and the surrounding town of Pine Mountain and Warm Springs are quaint, charming, and full of activities for a family vacation or a quick weekend getaway. It is definitely a top choice for great destinations in Georgia. We hope you love it as much as we do. We will see you on the road. To see more reviews and likes like these, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.